This is what we needed. Finally, a result that actually means something. Merseyside derby. Our chips were down before the game, but
Unbelievable.
come
Unbelievable.
on, man.
Unbelievable.
This is the first victory in a long time. I've actually felt that passion again, man. Yeah, we needed this, man. We needed this.
Bro, I messaged you, yeah, in stoppage time, and I said, I'm just waiting for Everton to score. I've had a bad feeling. But finally, one goes our way in a big game that means something.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes,
that was so needed, bro.
definitely.
So
And I
needed.
feel like even like the Fulham game, yeah, we won, but it's not the same, man. The first Merseyside derby in that wide stadium, it's just yeah, we needed this, man. We needed this, and it was looking tentative, man. That second half, I don't know what the plan was. Were we trying to keep this 1-0? We know we can't do clean sheets, man. So
Bro,
yeah,
we had
man.
no plan. We had no plan. God was on our side today. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I
through all
just
the adversity, through all the madness, yeah, through all the fact that the game was so open and that we had no control, I was expecting to lose the game late on. But for that, do you know what? That makes up for so much this season, you know? So
yeah,
much
but
because we've
whoa,
suffered, bro.
whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not go too
No,
far,
no,
but
what I'm saying is it makes up for so much in terms of an important win, something I can actually
yeah,
enjoy and take some real joy from.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
there ain't
yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
much. There ain't been much.
Yeah.
But to do that,
I haven't celebrated like that for a while, man. Do you know what I mean? Both goals as well. Like even the first goal, I felt like it was the first time we like. I don't want to say we played football because it was a Everton mistake, but you know, like not the first time because there's been a couple. But yeah, it just felt good. It just felt good because I feel like the momentum was with us. I felt like we were playing well in that first half. I felt like a goal wasn't against the run of play. Obviously, Everton go and they score first. Offside, luckily. I was impressed with the way the line got up. Watching the replay from the side camera angle and watching how the line all got up. You know, sometimes you could get one or two lazy people and then it ends
yeah,
up
no, it
being
was a good line. It
someone's
was a
put
good line.
them online or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody got out. I think I think we knew they were gonna do the long ball thing today, and I feel like yeah, they were drilled well, man, at that back line, man. So the goal gets cancelled out, man, and oh mate.
Listen, that was a
Cody
mad 2 minutes.
man.
Mad 2
Cody
minutes.
Gakpo.
Let's talk about
Cody
Cody Gakpo. Let's talk about Cody Gakpo. I think for the first time in this pod, we need to universally give him his flowers, not just for the assist, amazing first time pass, but I actually feel like he played well. I actually felt like he showed some intelligence in some of his play. I actually felt like he brought others into play. He was predictable, but it had some end product at time as well. Um, at a time when we're struggling for strikers, I feel like we need to show him a little bit more respect on today's performance.
Yeah.
I'm appreciating the fact that he's there right now. Yeah, as much as he's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite player, I'm just appreciating the fact that he's there and we've got someone that we can use, yeah, for what we need just to get to the end of the season.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd take that. I mean, we know Gakpo's limitations, but today I thought he was decent. A solid seven out of 10 for me. And I thought he was gonna do the usual Gakpo thing, but the vision for that pass and the weight of that pass, that's what he's capable of.
Yeah.
If he just varies his play, because everybody knows he wants to cut inside and shoot. If he cuts inside and then reverse passes, slide someone in, like it would be so much more effective because everybody will be coming across expecting Gakpo's gonna shoot. Now he's got unpredictability. Is he gonna shoot? Is he gonna square it? Whatever the case might be. Like that's what he needs to do. That will allow him to score way more goals
Yeah.
because he's too predictable. But today, like I said, flowers for Gakpo. Thank you very much, Cody. Appreciate your work. You're
Bro,
going to be
do you
needed a
realise,
lot
yeah,
more.
the amount of players that would be in that position and see that pass but not be able to
Mm,
execute it that perfectly
mm,
for a first time
mm.
finish? Like, I didn't think he was capable of that. I'm not being funny, but
That's the second one he's done this
he has
season.
done
He
it
did another.
twice. He has done it twice. Don't get me wrong, but that was incredible, man. And you say it wasn't against the run of play. I think it was. To be honest, I think we
Yeah,
were waiting to concede, and the fact that we did concede a couple of minutes before we got, I won't say we got lucky with the offside because it was a great line, but I felt like they were really playing the occasion. And I expected that for the first 20, 25 minutes. And then I thought we'd come into the game a little bit more. But it
yeah,
took us a while. It took them making a mistake and us actually capitalizing on that. And after creating nothing, really,
You say them making a mistake though, Sam,
they
but
did.
was it their mistake or was it our press? Right, because you
I
got to
don't
look at
think it
it.
was that
You
much
got
of a press.
okay, but it was a press of sorts, and he tries to clear it, and it comes off of what can't remember who it came off of. So it was a press of sorts. Like it wasn't like a terrible back pass or something like that. I understand what you're saying. It wasn't like a full on clock type press, but we closed the space. We got the interception, and we moved from there. I understand what you're saying about maybe against the run of play because Everton had a lot of, but it was just a lot of long balls and trying to hit better and stuff like that. And I felt like we were expecting that and we were planned to cope with that. Yeah, there were times where obviously you got through and whatever, but I feel like that was part of the plan, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
But if you think we came in with a plan, I respect that because we're just playing the game. The plans, I didn't see them, bro, because I didn't see any partnerships on the pitch. I didn't see any link. I didn't see any balls in behind for Isak. I didn't see much in general in terms of a game plan. But
I think we were weathering the storm, though. I think we had to weather the
yeah,
storm,
yeah,
like you
yeah,
said.
100%,
That's what
100%. I
it
agree
was,
on
yeah.
that. But at this
But
stage of the season,
take it, run and take it. But whilst we're on giving flowers, I was on TikTok live before the game, and we're talking about Curtis Jones, and I'm gonna give him his flowers today because I felt like he stepped up today. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's right. Only right. Yeah,
listen,
like
the people them they know how I feel about Curtis Jones. They know. But today, Curtis Jones stood up, man. Curtis Jones stood up. He stood up defensively. He was
mhm,
progressive. He was brave on the ball. He punched passes in, which is when we have
mhm.
no creativity, that's so important to get in between the lines and punch passes into the forwards. Um, I appreciated him again as well today. And it's not his favourite position, but for me, it looked like he enjoyed the game as well. He doesn't get to start very often. Big old Merseyside derby, first one at their new ground. He played well, man, and I respected the performance. After
Yeah,
playing that,
yeah,
I don't really
100%.
know what his actual purpose is in our team. Today, he showed that he can be a vital cog in good, solid performance, even at right back. And so, big respect to Curtis Jones, man, massive.
Big up. And he was partly responsible for the second goal because obviously he takes that little drive through midfield. Like he just took responsibility
Yeah, he
today. Do
did.
you get what I mean? Like he channeled his inner Stevie G a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
obviously being the scouser
yeah.
and he took responsibility and then we obviously get the corner from that attack. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Curtis Jones once again, man, take a bow, man. I was pleased with the performance today. Um, right, so we started here, but bring it here because
Here
yeah,
we go. Here we
you know
go.
what I mean?
I'm
You know
back
what I
now,
mean?
I'm back.
Huh?
I'm back. You ain't gonna be able to chat to Leroy and be on your negative Nora stuff. Like, I'm back. Yeah. Positive time. You know what I mean? So
Guys,
what
this
have we
guy,
got, Kenny? What have we got?
a few days in the sunshine. Now look at him. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I
Skin
brought the
shining
sunshine
all
back, did I not? Did I not?
that. So yeah, I have to bring it down a little bit, just a little bit. Florian Wirtz, man. I have to talk about this guy, man. Like
Mm.
we know what he's capable of, but I don't think he was expecting what he got today, man. I don't think he was expecting what he got today. It was a bit too I think this game was a little bit too fiery for him. Do you know what I'm saying? So he was just taking too long. I think he expected to have more time on the ball than what he was going to be afforded, and he was closed down too quickly. I think his decision making wasn't the best. There was a crossfield pass that came from Andy Robertson in the first half. Wow, it was a pass and a half like
Yeah.
old school Robbo, and who was running inside? I think it might have been Mo or Isak was running inside. And I just expected him to sort of cushion it into the path of that running Russian player. And he takes a touch and then he's trying to like take the man on. He just gets closed down, clamped, bang, done. I'm saying
Well,
like,
the Florian played his normal game today. Now he doesn't have time in a normal Premier League game. Yeah.
no,
Let
no.
alone a derby, which is blood and thunder. And I was surprised he started, to be honest. We were chatting in the group about it, and it's like I said, this game is too quick for him. It's going to be too much of an occasion for him. And despite the fact that Everton are not a possession team and not going to have loads of the ball, as soon as he gets it, he's getting clamped. Yeah,
Yeah,
it happens
straight away.
continually. And it's like, he's featherweight. He's not got much strength on the ball, got amazing ability, but game like this, for me, he's got to come on late when the game's stretched and he might get a little bit more time on the ball. But from the
Yeah.
jump, I'm like, it was sad to see because I'm expecting him to be the guy that's going to provide Isak with a little bit of a chance, a little bit of ball, a little bit of a passing behind, something. But it's just like it was just a big collective every time he got the ball.
every every time he got the
Every
ball,
time he
yeah,
got
it
the ball,
was.
I was like, okay, he got clamped again. Oh, he took too long. There's 3 men on you. This is the Premier League and this is the derby. If no one prepped
Yeah.
him, yeah, he knows for next year now. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can't be standing
Yeah.
around on the ball. Yeah, the pretty touches. Yeah, unless they're in the final third of the field and they're actually going to be progressively trying to put someone in, allow it. It's not going to work for you. You know,
Yeah, that was
I love Florian, but today
me
this
too.
wasn't
But
for you, bro.
today, it just weren't it. It just weren't it. But like you said, the point you made there was good. I think if he didn't know, now he knows. You know what I'm saying? So next year he's good. Next season he's gonna be better prepared, and hopefully by then he would have, put on a bit of weight. Do you know what I mean? Um, bring it down and again. Mama, that's really man. It wasn't great to see him go off injured, man. I mean, I know he's not necessarily the best goalkeeper. And we were talking on TikTok Live about him in comparison to Allison, maybe. And obviously, he's not on Allison's levels yet, but I feel like he needs that run in the team to get himself up to a level. And now we don't know what the injury is. It looks like a knee, but let's hope it's not too long. We're gonna have to come back onto the injuries we've suffered this season, but the save Mama really makes early on is a great save down to his left from the Beto header because yeah, some keepers don't get there. So I was like, okay, he's made a good save, and then the injury happens, man. So I hope it's not serious, man. I hope he gets well soon, man, because we don't need any more on the injury list, man. The injury list is crazy right now.
Do you know what? From how it looked, and from what happened, it just looked like an impact injury, and so that's obviously really painful at the moment. And he's probably screaming his head off, thinking that it's something serious. But I'm hoping it's just a clash of knees, bit of bruising, and within the next few days it should calm down. We can't surely not have another long term madness. That is too much now.
Yeah,
It's too much,
yeah. No,
and for him
we need a break.
having a decent game as well. His first derby is it's very bittersweet. Yes, we've won the game, but another injury? Come on, man. Give us a break. Our
Yeah.
squad was thin at the first place. So all of this, yeah.
We don't need it. Um, what did you think of the lineup when you first saw it, man?
Um, I was actually all right with it, if I'm honest. I expected Isak to start. I was happy with Florian in the 10, and I thought Gakpo was going to start for his height, for set plays. Mo had to start his last derby, and McAllister had to be dropped. He had to be dropped. I was a bit surprised that it wasn't Soboslai at right back. To be honest, I thought the Jones might have been in midfield, but that worked out okay. Um, so yeah, I mean, even Robertson, I picked him to start as well. So
Yeah.
I wasn't unhappy with the lineup at all. I was actually all right with it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was thinking to myself, out of what we've got, who are you really gonna pick? And I think you pick the right players because of the occasion. Robertson's got the experience in there. You got Gakpo in there, like you said, his height and also his defensive capabilities. A lot of people were saying Rio should be starting. For me, it was just
No,
not a game for
not
Rio
again
to
to
start.
start Rio. No,
Yeah, not at all. So I felt obviously Isak had to start, and you're right, Mo had to start because obviously, last derby. And I just think, yeah, he's got that experience in the derby as well. So yeah, I was happy um with the lineup, to be fair. I don't think there was any other mistakes. My only thing was being happy with it and then seeing like the game starting. I thought Gravenberch was gonna have one of those days because it was just foul after foul after foul. I was like, yo, RJ, like you need to calm down. By the way, people, we call him RJ because we got a guy that's claiming him as his son. You know what I'm saying? So we call him Ryan Jr. You know?
yeah, the fifth grade at birth, I tell you. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it did look
So
like that
yeah,
one day, didn't it? It did look like
yeah,
he has those games where it's like 3 or 4 fouls in the first 20 minutes. He's getting frustrated and he starts to look a bit ragged and his touch starts to
mm,
go. And I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh, not
laggy,
today,
yeah,
not
yeah,
today." And then I think he turned it around midway through the first half where he had his trademark turn and he drove with the ball. And I was like, okay,
yeah,
cool. That's going to give him a bit more confidence. And then he grew into the game in the second half a little bit more. And I feel like he is very, very much a confidence player. And don't get me wrong, all players are confidence players to a degree, but I think his is really, really high in that
Mm.
when he feels it's not going his way, it's so evident on his body language and how he plays, it almost has an effect on his game. And it takes him a while to snap out of it. And that's
Yeah.
even worse when he gets a yellow and stuff like that. So, I'm glad he was able to turn it around today. And as much as the fact that he wasn't amazing, he got better as the game progressed. And
Yeah, I'd agree with
he played a good part in actually driving the team forward and keeping the ball a little bit towards the end in the second half as well.
you. Yeah, no, I'd agree with you, man. He definitely grew into the game, and um on his usual defensive partner, McAllister, it was the right thing to drop him today, man. So I was happy with that, yeah, man. Big up RJ, man. I think it overall, I think it was like a very steady performance from the majority of the team. Nobody really like lit up the day, but definitely it was a steady performance. My only thing is Isak, man. Like I've said it before, I'm not going to judge him this season on the minutes that he plays, but there was a couple times where he was on his heels. There was a couple times where he made runs and he got ignored. For me, we need to fix this before next season. Isak needs to know one, the ball's coming. And two, we need to know he's making that run. So we need to find him. There was too many times I saw he made a run and the ball didn't come to him. We decided to play it 5 yards to the left or the right or whatever it might be. And that just cannot continue. We can't have a number nine. Forget how much he costs. We can't have a number nine who's making the runs and doing stuff like that and not getting the ball more often than not, because it just doesn't make sense to play with a nine. So I'm really concerned.
I feel like it's an ongoing problem, but it's something that we've created ourselves. So he's been out injured, and we've started to play towards Ekatike's strengths in terms of the fact that we know he comes to drops deep and he links the play. So in a way, our sort of plan or how we play is more geared towards a Firmino type nine, like what Ekatike is. So having a really high up number nine who plays in the shoulder isn't what we're used to, and even the fact that he hasn't been in the team, that's probably made it even worse because we've actually become used to not playing with him. And it's like the only times I've seen him have mini chances or half chances is been in transition when we've been on the break. Even the goal where he got injured against Spurs, where we've won the ball high up. He's made the run and
Yeah,
goes up, played him in. It doesn't happen very often because we don't play that well that often, and we don't get the ball in transition very often either. So it's like as much as you say we need to fix it, it's almost like we have to have two ways of playing. So we have to play towards that strength, whether it be we're putting in more crosses or we're actually playing balls so that he's on the shoulder and be able to run in behind to strike first time. Or we can play with Ekatike who drops deep. Yeah, and if they're both playing, one's dropping deep and one's up top. We don't seem to have any thought process about what we're doing with that. And it's just kind of like hit and miss. Okay, we win the ball high up. If Flo gets it, can he play him in? Okay, is he going to get it first time? It's all a bit disjointed, and you can see that with his movement because
mm,
he starts and then he goes and then he comes back
yeah.
again, and it's like,
And then it comes and he's on his heels because he's like,
yeah, am I going to get
yeah,
it? You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, there is a lot of work to do with him, and he's going to get that because unfortunately Hugo's out now, so the coaching and the training is got to be geared towards him as the
And that's
nine.
what I was. That's exactly what I was gonna jump on when you finished, bro. I was gonna say it's the coaching, it's the plan, it's the training.
Yeah,
Like these are professional footballers. They're capable of playing more than one way when they see different players on the pitch. So it's all about the management, the coaching, and the training, like you said. So let's see if Slot and his team can actually get that right. Do you know what I'm saying? And make it actually happen. But
they've
yeah,
got no
all your
choice.
points.
They've got no choice. He's all we've got now. That's
Mm.
So the
But
the whole evolution of Liverpool and how we're going to change how we play starts now. Doesn't start in
yeah,
pre-season. It starts now because Mo is
yeah,
going. You know what I mean? So Isak is the guy now, and all we've got to feed him realistically is Florian.
yeah.
So now is when we really, really lock in and try to start building those relationships and those partnerships now. I know it's only 5 games left of the season, but let's try because otherwise
Yeah.
it's going to be
I'd,
another
I'd,
long summer.
yeah, there you go. And from bringing it down to here, let me bring it back up here.
Are you sure?
King
You
Mo,
happy
man.
now?
Yeah. Come on, come on. I like to end. I want to end on a positive
Uh,
today. King Mo does what King Mo does best, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, like that finish was, yeah, that celebration was cold. That was cold
yeah,
from
dope.
Curtis, man.
Yeah,
Loving
dope.
that. I was enjoying that. No, I was so happy for him to score. Like we know, it's his last Merseyside derby. And as you saw at the end there, he goes to the crowd. Like even in the celebration, he's touching the bat. It was perfect. The
Yeah,
win for me today is dedicated to Mo, man. You know what I'm saying? That is for him. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy to see him on the score sheet. And obviously we know it went to 1-1, but come after man. Big Verge steps up. Thank you very much, Verge. You've been a bit quiet this season. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just all round people, man. Just it's happy. It's a good day, man.
it
It's a
was
good
written,
day.
man. It was written. Virgil, he got his debut goal against Everton, didn't he, when he joined?
Yeah,
You know, it was written,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
grateful, man. I'm just grateful. I'm just happy, like to win a big game that means something, especially
yeah,
especially with Villa winning late on as well. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Keeping us in touch. You know, after this horrific season, what's to say we can't finish third? And that's mind blowing to me. But
Still got to play. We still got to play Chelsea and United,
and
right?
Villa,
Yeah. And Villa, yeah.
yeah,
So we've got all of them. So if we can pick up some momentum now after this win, then yeah, we could finish third.
as
Could
mad
be.
as
And
it is,
then
third would be
yeah,
actually quite a successful season because we've been
yeah,
awful.
because then you look back and you're like, okay, we were this many points off the lead, but we finished in third. Like it's not so bad. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. As long as we get Champions League football, I'll be grateful. You know what I
We're
mean, I'm not
getting it.
gonna
I
be
said it
greedy.
a few pods ago. We're getting it. You know, is what it is.
But people, don't think I forgot, you know. Just because I never said it, don't mean I forgot. Come on, road to 500. You know the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your side chick. You know what I'm saying? Tell her to tell
Scrolling
her
right now,
boyfriend.
people.
You know what I'm
Scrolling right
saying?
now.
Yeah, follow the socials. You know what I'm saying? We're forever jumping on TikTok lives, doing TikTok lives. So make sure you're following the socials, man. All that good stuff. But yeah, man. For now, two happy Anfield South men. You know what I'm saying? Until the next time, people.
Peace.